Good morning here at the Naval Pier, Banchong Samisan Fishing Village. Nice cool day, not much sun, cool breeze through a bum's tennis shoe. And definitely, these are a bit old, but I have my new shoes. So anyway, this is, I had mentioned this earlier in one of my little rants, but this is extremely close range material. And as I recall, Guru Ted referred to it as reverse hitting. So if it were a blade, the high hits are on the back edge and the low hits are on the real edge, okay? You know, as in cutting edge. But with the baston, of course, you can use various parts to hit, but again, the high hits will be on the back side, aligned with my knuckles, and the low hits will be on the low edge with alignment with the knuckles. So this is basically almost like boxing with your heads against each other or with your shoulders pressed against each other. It's that close, all right? In fact, these movements will lead you also to bump with your shoulders, all right? And if you talk about the drill known as Higat Hubat Lubat, right? There's good and bad points about that drill. There's more realistic ways to do that drill, which again go from compliant to semi-compliant to actually non-compliant and burst right into sparring at a very close range. And if it's not done on those three levels and you're always doing it complementarily for the flow, and especially when you use the wrong structure, which I see over and over and over again, and just standing directly in front of each other, yeah, it's pretty preschool dudes. So anyway, the idea is that we're pretty much shoulder to shoulder, and he's attacking me with his puño, his butt of his stick, all right? And I block it with a sound triangular structure with my elbow down and my hand curved around like this, like a snake. So don't do it that way, all right? It makes no sense whatsoever. There's no structural integrity. Even just slapping it like that, no. Not against the real attack, guys. All right, so the idea is that when I defend, that I pull into my hip, and then if my shoulder's not touching his shoulder already, that I'm going to move into it so I have my shoulder here, okay? And I'm going to pull it and pin it to my waist, all right? And then my back edge of my hit goes to the back of his head, because that's how close we are. I'm hitting him from backward, diagonal, in this direction. Somewhat akin to like doing an outside deflection block at middle range, okay? Except that I'm hitting his head. Hey! So much better to pop that coconut. Okay, so I have block, I have shoulder, I have hit. Okay, what else do I have? Headbutt, of course, okay? Then I have the hit to the Achilles tendon or the ankle. All right, now that's all on the inside, all right? Sorry, I am on the inside of his arm, but that's all on the outside of his attacking arm, in back of him. So it's here and here. It also could go from low to high, or from high to low high, so all those things are variations, all right? And although they may not be finishing moves, they are disruptive and painful enough to go to the finishing moves. So let's take a look at the finishing move then, right? So I block and crash and hit and headbutt and hit low, all right? Or let's say I go high, low, high. Hit and crash. Hit behind the neck, headbutt, and back to low to high like this, okay? So at that point, now I'm going to, if he has a stick, not a blade, I'm going to snake around and encompass his arm, which if it's straight, will be at the elbow, and if he keeps it bent, it will trap his shoulder, trappling, right? Trappling. Okay, so from here, right, to the pin. Now I'm going to do l'aptique, which is to follow through, and change my facing with this control. Okay, so basically here now, I start to drag him backwards on his unbalanced direction, all right, here, and basically pop hits here and here, or stab here and here, or puño here and here, okay? And there's so much we can do from here. I'm, so tempted to go more from this point, but really there's no reason to make a Chinese movie out of everything, because it's better to practice 3 to 5 strikes and categorize them and practice them always like 3 to 5. I'm just randomly throwing out numbers. But better than creating 24 counts, all right, in my humble opinion, or in my chosen way of doing things, okay, which is as simple and direct as possible from both TEDs. Okay. Okay, so on the other side, the idea is that the puño attack is a backhanded attack. Again, we're real close to each other here, but the attack is coming in here. Okay, so I jam it up this way, okay? And my hit, actually I'm gonna go ahead and switch and make my complete lateral triangle, because I want to get this leg out of the way, okay? So I press, and he's on my right side, and I'm on his right side, okay? So it's backhand to backhand. So now my back edge, you see how I have the 45 facing? I also have the 45 facing this way. Highly important that the elbow is down and in front of you. This one could have been this way as well, but I went this way, okay, because I was going into the grab. Okay, so this is here like this, and the backhand hit is this way, around to the back of his head, coming back this way. And the forehand hit again is low to his foot, ankle or Achilles tendon, and then we'll go back high to the head again. Now this has the opposite snaking motion this way, okay, and I hit through here, okay, and continue to drag him and pull him off of his base in this direction, and either hit, stab, 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 puño, puño, puño. And again, this leads into other follow-ups that include takedowns and hitting them while you drop them to a knee or all the way on the ground, all right? But the basic premise is that this is work. I did learn this from Hubud, okay? So this is one of the things that, variations of working Hubud. So when the attack comes in high, I have my hits, okay? Then I pass it and I attack over here, okay? But then I hit on the opposite side. See the correlation now? And then I feed, okay? And he passes, right? And he works his hit, and his other side hit, okay? And then he attacks me again, and I block, and I hit, okay? And then I meet and pass and check. But you notice on my meet and pass and check how I'm always working this lateral triangle, okay? So that's what's missing from a lot of folks Hubud. They basically stand right in front of each other and do this. Okay, so that's clearly is only a first step, and maybe not even should be taught that way at all. All right? Okay, so that's going to do it for today, and we'll keep on track with this material as well. Toodles. Hasta mañana. Time for push-ups and stretching.